the gift of self! I am unity!
Basically, we open with Amicia, the first daughter of the noble Darun family, as her poor pupper, Leon the dog, gets got by some weird animals in the forest. She runs off to tell her mom, Beatrice, and her sick little brother, Hugo, but suddenly the Inquisition appears, and Lord Nicholas uses slash on their dad for a critical hit. It turns out they're looking for Hugo to deliver him to the High Inquisitor, but their mom helps them escape before she gets the sword next. With their last words, she tells them to go see Laurentius, the alchemist that's been helping deal with Hugo's illness, and they manage to escape thanks to another attack by the creatures from earlier. They reach a plague-ridden village and see the source is this endless underground hive mind of rats that pretty much act like land piranhas and straight up devour whatever they don't infect. But they make it through to see Laurentius and his young apprentice Lucas. He tells you the truth behind Hugo's disease, which is actually an ancient curse called the macula that has passed down the Darun bloodline for thousands of years. It normally lays dormant like an Amicia, but certain events called Great Breaks activate the curse in the form of an illness, and by extension the plague along with the rats. He sends the siblings to hide from the rats and soldiers in the
Chateau d'Ombrage.
with Lucas tagging along because he's a pretty cool guy. And you kind of owe him one since you burned down his house and killed his master. But anyways, the group winds up doing the exact opposite of what Laurentius said and sneak through a battlefield full of both soldiers and rats, which gets Amicia and Hugo captured while Lucas gets away. Melly the thief and her thief brother Arthur free the two of them, but in the process Arthur gets himself captured, forcing Melly to join the party until she can get him back. They keep traveling and make it to
Chateau d'Ombrage.
where Amicia notices Hugo's curse spreading faster, causing Lucas to drop some bad news.
Hugo is nearing the first threshold, and at each threshold, the carrier may be lost.
Lucas tries to get started on the cure called the Great Work to help Hugo, but he needs a forbidden book from the university, which is conveniently close to where Melly's brother is being held. The two girl bosses team up, but then split up just as quickly, and we finally get an introduction from the big bad himself. He reveals his master plan to use the Inquisition as an excuse to steal and inject Hugo's blood to create a new macula within himself and gain control over the plague and probably the entire country after that. Amicia ends up beating him to the book with the help from the last of their crew, Tough Boy Roderick, and after another long side quest, Lucas is finally able to help Hugo. At the same time, Melly gets back with Arthur, who learned that Beatrice actually got captured, not killed. So everything is looking up for the Darun family. That is, until Hugo finds out Amicia was keeping the good news about their mom a secret in order to keep him from freaking out since he's a 5-year-old little baby, and he gets taken by Lord Nicholas with promises to let him see her. This gives Vitalis the perfect chance to steal Hugo's blood like he planned and link them together, but right after that, Hugo finds his mom and triggers the beginning of both their rat powers. Vitalis tries to push Hugo past his first threshold for even more power, but the elixir Lucas made earlier shuts down the process and, by extension, their escape. A month goes by, and Amicia is depressed but still doing her best, as the
Chateau d'Ombrage
gets stormed by a new type of tornado rat that can put out the protective fires they've been using. The leader of the attack is Hugo, under the control of Lord Nicholas, who has returned to kill Amicia, but it's Arthur instead that ends up catching a stray sword to the gut. Amicia and Hugo make up with each other and double-team Lord Nicholas for revenge against their father, and the surviving group agrees to finally take the fight straight to the Inquisition. They sneak back through the city, but Roderick supports the team by going out like the real one he is, and at the church they confront Vitalis in the middle of his quote-unquote coronation. You see, he's been using human blood sacrifices to breed his own special brand of white rats under his control that he calls angels. But the power of family stays undefeated, and Vitalis catches a rock to the face to put him down for good. 3 days go by after the big battle, and the plague has basically stopped, along with the spread of Hugo's curse marks. Melly has mysteriously dipped out to go her own way, but on the good side, the fam is finally reunited after months of struggle. Amicia, Beatrice, and Hugo have grown closer as a family through learning not to keep secrets from each other, even if it is in the name of protection. And Lucas has finally joined as a permanent member as they all go to the south for a fresh start. Is the plague truly over? Will the macula come back even stronger in Hugo? And what is the great break that triggered everything in the first place? Hopefully we'll find out all this and more in the sequel of Plague Tale Requiem, but that video is coming out whenever I get around to it cause, I'd be busy. If you made it this far and thought the video was cool, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know how it goes. And if you want to see me play the games live, I stream on Twitch and YouTube Tuesdays and Thursdays. So go ahead and stop by, get cozy, and just hang out for a bit. It's a pretty good time. As always, thank you so much for choosing to chill with me, and until next time, I will see you when I see you. Peace.